Let's get real. You started this journey with the fire in your belly, dreams bigger than the sky, a relentless drive to conquer. You prayed for a thriving business, a loving wife, a dedicated team, a life that meant something, and now you have them. But somewhere along the way, the sting of rejection, the weight of responsibility, and the monotony of the daily grind is chipping away at your fire. What in the hell is going on? Your organized wife, who once brought you stability, now feels like she's constantly on your case. The team that you once prayed for, it now feels like a burden. The business that you once obsessed over now feels like a job. What happened? Let me tell you what happened. You started letting the darkness creep into your heart. You forgot why you started. You stopped letting your heart guide you. You let bitterness, sarcasm, and numbness take a piece of your gratitude and purpose. It stole it away from you. But this isn't your story, not even close. Life isn't a straight shot to the top. It's a freaking battlefield filled with obstacles that are designed to throw you off. They're designed to mess with your mental state. You ask for a monumental life and you're surprised when mountains rise up before you? Come on, you gotta go take on those mountains. Embrace the struggle. The greatest victories are forged in the hottest freaking fires. Your trials aren't setbacks, they're setups for your greatest freaking comeback. Think about Anthony Robles, a national champion, born with one freaking leg, told he would never wrestle, but defied all the odds, became a national wrestling champion. He didn't let the circumstances dictate his destiny. He owned his limitations and turned them into his greatest weapons. You might not be wrestling in a gym, but you're wrestling with pressure. You're wrestling with doubt. You're wrestling with exhaustion. The principles remain the same. Your limitations are only as powerful as your excuses. Let's talk about your persistence. Luke 18, the parable of the persistent widow. There's a widow who keeps showing up day after day, begging a corrupt judge for justice. The judge doesn't fear God, doesn't care about people, but the widow, she doesn't stop. And eventually that judge gives in, not because he cares, but because she wore him the hell out. Now think about that. If a corrupt judge can be moved by persistence, how much more will our righteous and loving God respond to his children who cry out to him day and night, and they don't stop praying, and they don't stop believing, and they don't stop knocking, and they don't stop fighting? Because what if you're just one more prayer away, one more rep away, one more sales call away, one more video away? What if you're just one more moment of faithfulness away from that biggest breakthrough of your life? Let's get personal. You ever held your baby at 3 a.m. while you're staring at unpaid invoices, just wondering if you've got anything left in the tank? You ever looked at your wife while the business is crumbling and asked yourself if she'd be better off with somebody else? That's the moment right there when bitterness moves in, when numbness seems easier, when all your passion starts to feel like pain. But let me remind you that pain is not the enemy. Pain is the price. And if you're willing to pay it with the right heart, a good heart, a grateful heart, with the right perspective, it will lead to something greater than you could ever imagine. It will lead to major success. It will lead to the right significance that you always prayed for. You want a wake-up call? Bitterness doesn't show up as rage. It shows up as sarcasm, as indifference, as the why even try mindset that so many people carry. It shows up when your dreams start to feel like burdens, when your blessings start to feel like freaking shackles, when you start counting problems instead of praising provisions and looking for solutions. Check yourself. When did you stop seeing the beauty that you once begged for? You wanted a loyal woman. You got her. Now you call her too much? You wanted a team. Now they're too needy? You wanted a business. You got it, but now it's too stressful? Stop being so soft. Wake up. Gratitude is the antidote to the poison that you're experiencing in your body. It's the light that drives the darkness completely out. And if you've started to lose it, don't panic. I've been there. Just get it back. You're still breathing, which means God's not done. You can get your fire back, your family back, your edge back. You don't need everything to change around you. You just need your heart to shift within you. Let me talk about the man who's successful, but hollow. You've got the watch, the car, the followers, but you're empty. You wake up, check your phone, check your numbers, and you feel nothing. That's because you traded the mission for maintenance. You lost the joy somewhere along the way, the freaking passion, the grit. You got efficient, but not effective. You're growing a brand, but you're starving your soul. You got to go back to the beginning, back to the mission, back to the passion, back to the reason why you started. Because you weren't built for comfort. You were built for greatness. You were built to lead, to love, to endure. So no, you don't just get to quit. Not now, not when it freaking matters. The world doesn't need another bitter man hiding behind excuses. The world needs your light. The world needs your love. The world needs your leadership. Guard your heart. Keep it good. Keep it fresh. Keep it with a good perspective for people. Keep it alive. Keep it grateful, most importantly, because when the storm passes, and it will, your light is what people will remember. Your love is what your kids will hold on to. Your faith is what will carry your legacy. Don't let the fire go out. Don't let the numbness creep in. Don't let your edge go out the window. This is your defining moment. Will you let the trials break you, or will you rise stronger, purer, and more determined than freaking ever? The choice is yours, but know this. On the other side of this storm is everything you've been fighting for. Everything that you've been fighting for, everything that you dreamed of, everything that you ever could imagine is inside of what we've talked about here. You can't quit. You can't falter. Your breakthrough is coming.